Statue 175 here with a brand new Sideshow Collectibles Marvel Diorama that I picked up. I've been wanting this one for quite some time now, and this past weekend I was up in Montreal and I posed a question to all you guys asking me where some good statue stores were, and a lot of you gave me some great ideas, and a couple of them I went to and they were really friendly. Everyone was awesome up there. One place we went to was called Legends, and the other place where they were super friendly, they were friendly at them all. Honestly, they were great. But this last place that the place where I ended up getting this was amazing. These guys were so good there. I can't even remember the name, so I kind of feel like a jerk. But I'm gonna give them a prop right now. It was called 1,000 Comics, or 1,000,000 Comics. I'm sorry. And their address is 3868 Jean Talon East, Montreal, Quebec, H2A 1Y7, whatever that means. I'm sure that's some kind of a zip code. And there's their phone number, and then there's their website. And they have a pretty cool business card too. Loving the Jim Lee Superman. So, they even give you directions on how to get to them. So, there you go. Check them out, 1,000,000 Comics. They gave me a really good deal on this, and they were very negotiable. And let's get to the star of the show. It is X-23 versus Lady Deathstrike. It's only appropriate that it's actually pretty, what's the word I'm trying to think of, but it's kind of a coincidence that I got this statue because it's a snowscape base with the rocks covered in snow, and the snow's like leaping as they're leaping at each other. The snow's kind of going up in the air, and all there was this past weekend in Montreal was snow. So we haven't really had a winter here in Boston, where I'm from, and they definitely had the winter. I went to go visit the winter up in Montreal, so they got like well over a foot of snow while I was there, but nonetheless, it was a great trip. So here's the front of the box. And here is the side of the box. Lady Deathstrike is on this side. Pretty cool comic there too. I like the box a lot. And they give you this. They always usually do that with the older dioramas. I don't know if they're going to continue doing that. But there you see the Sideshow and the Marvel logos. And then you see the back of the box. If you want to pause this, you can and read at your own leisure. And then there's the artwork on the box. And then there's a little blurb about X-23, I guess. And then the logos. So that was the back of the box. Now let's look at the X-23 side of the box. I love X-23. She's one of my favorites. And there's her stats. And then more logos. So that's the box in a nutshell. And this was number, this is a low number, I'm trying to remember. It was out of 400, actually. I'm going to put you down for 1 second while I just confirm. It was number 17 of 400. So, very low number. I got an amazing deal. Very happy with this diorama. Now let's get to the actual piece. Like I said, the base is really cool with the snow on the rocks. Looks really realistic. I was very happy with the base. And moving along, it's so many pieces to get into it. My God, it's all magnetic, except for this. She attaches kind of like a peg that slides in there. This is magnetic. Her tail here is magnetic. The front piece is magnetic, and they're very strong magnets. X-23 slides into her at the knee here and her hip with a peg. X-23's arms are magnetic. Her head is magnetic. The other arm is magnetic. Everything is magnetic. And they are strong magnets. They're not flimsy. So, it's really cool. Very happy. Yeah, the head is magnetic as well. Lady Deathstrike's arm is magnetic. her head is magnetic. Her other arm is magnetic, and I already showed you the other pieces. So that's it in a nutshell. This is the regular edition, which was out of 400. I think the exclusive edition had a switch-out portrait for Lady Deathstrike where her eyes were all white, and it also had a switch-out arm for X-23 where her thing was all scarred and clawed up. So, you know, the exclusive is cool, but I got a great deal on this, and they did not have the exclusive, so I built a bridge and I got over it. Statue Hunter will deal with the regular. Look at the blood on the scratches on X-23 here. That's pretty darn cool. And you're probably thinking, wow, this is pretty reminiscent of another statue with scars. She's even got a little slash on her breast there. You can see her flesh through the clothes. She cut through the clothes with her adamantium claw. And her Lady Deathstrike's claws are really cool too. And she's got like this funky stuff coming out of her back and her head. She looks like an insect or something. I'm not too familiar with the Lady Deathstrike character, but and what her mutant powers are, but I am very familiar with X-23. Unlike Wolverine, instead of having 3 claws in her hand, she has 1 claw in each foot and 2 claws in each hand. I love X-23. And this is my only piece of like the older X-23 with her older costumes, so it's nice to have a statue in that. And like I was saying, the scars and the blood here and the claw marks are very reminiscent of another statue which I have and I love. Another favorite diorama of mine, though you can see the claw marks and the blood on the Wolverine vs. Sabretooth diorama. This is also the regular edition, and this is also based in the snow. So 2 really cool dioramas with really cool snow bases. I just wanted to show you that one real quick, that classic grill piece of a diorama from Sideshow, because this one makes me think of it a lot with the snow on the base and the 2 you know, Weapon X characters here, X-23 and Wolverine. And yeah, let's get into the detail of her. I mean, she just looks amazing. Her face looks really cool. Let's see if I can zoom in. Her teeth and her mouth and everything. Let's see X-23's face. She looks very angry too. This is also based on an art cover from Marvel, which I do have, but unfortunately it was buried, so I didn't have it accessible for this review. So I think it might have been the Messiah Complex, I'm not sure. You can research that. Nice sculpt here on X-23. Just all around really cool. There's a view from the back of them going at each other. The detail in it is amazing. Yeah, it's kind of a, you know, a diorama that you don't hear too much about, and it's kind of below the radar. You know, I mean, like, honestly, I like the character Psylocke, and the character Spyro is pretty cool, but that diorama is horrible. It's horrific. This diorama is actually at least pretty decent, and if you weren't aware of it, now you are, and you like the characters, I definitely recommend going out and picking it up. It's packed nice and safely with all the separate magnet pieces, and they just they look really good. I like the flow of it. So, Statue Hunter 75 here with the Sideshow Collectibles X-23 vs. Lady Deathstrike diorama, and a blast from the past, the Wolverine vs. Sabretooth diorama. But this is the main star of the show right here, X-23 vs. Lady Deathstrike. Alright guys, have a good one.